Hello everyone, welcome back to Learning with Dogs. This is Olive, I'm Kristen, and today we're going to be talking about what I call puppy handling. Puppy handling is a way for you to be able to not only bond with your dog, they love it, it's kind of like a little time at the puppy spa, but it's also a great way for you to get your hands all over your puppy, get them used to being touched and familiar with us doing different things to them so that when we need to groom them, cut their nails, take them to the vet, do those sort of things with them, they will be prepared and comfortable and confident with it. So the first thing we want to do, depending on the level of handling your puppy has already received, the first thing we want to do is just get our puppy familiar with us physically touching them all over their body. This dog absolutely melts when I start touching her. You can see how she just relaxes completely. That's what we want in our puppies. We want our touch to be incredibly relaxing for them, and we want it to be something that's just, like I said, kind of going to the spa, something you look forward to. So if you notice as I'm touching Olive right now, I'm using very gentle touch. I'm not doing all these cute, like, oh my God, you're so cutesy wootsy, and scratching her a lot. She's fun and she's cute, but that's not the goal of this right now. The goal of this lesson is to relax while I touch you. So as I'm doing that, I'm doing very gentle, calm touches. Notice how my hand is basically, I'm touching her with the entirety of my palm, my whole hand open and very gentle. I'm not adding any extra stress or energy to her because I want her to relax. Any of my touches are with that entire hand and just slow and slightly pressured. A little bit of pressure, kind of like getting a hug. It helps relax the nervous system a little bit and just keep your puppy in that very relaxed state. So your first job is to do exactly what I'm doing with Olive. Get your puppy comfortable in your lap and just touch their body. If your puppy's comfortable with this, you can move your puppy. So I'm going to turn Olive now. Good girl. And she's going to do the same thing, just pointing the other direction. Good girl. If I talk to her, I'm very calm and quiet. Can even play some quiet music in the background. It's a time to relax. Good girl. You don't have to do this from the floor. You can do this from the couch, wherever it's most comfortable for you. Or if your dog you need to be standing at a table so that you can access your puppy, you can definitely work from wherever you are comfortable and your dog is comfortable. If you do something like a table, make sure your dog's prepared for that so that they don't get stressed or hurt during that handling. But you can see how little Olive here is just melting into my touch. Good girl. She looks at me, we're bonding. It's a really great experience for both of us. She's very happy. I'm gonna start handling around her ears a little bit. All of our dogs will need their ears checked and cleaned at some point in their life. Are you a good girl? Are you trying to get closer? So I'm going to touch and handle around her ears while I'm holding her here. I'm going to handle around her teeth. She's teething a lot right now. This lesson isn't about chewing on me. It's about relaxing with my hand near your mouth. So I start out, I don't go inside her mouth first. It's just touching her lips. Her first job is to be relaxed while I touch her lips. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. And you can talk to them. It really helps if you talk and engage, but keep them calm. Are you such a good puppy? Yeah. Yeah, you're such a good puppy. So I just start out touching her mouth, helping her relax. Then I like to reach down their feet and handle their feet. She doesn't mind her feet being handled, but if your dog does, then that's a great time to handle his foot and use a treat to reinforce that. So if my puppy were pulling his foot away, I would let her eat the treat and then handle her foot. When we handle their feet though, we want to make sure that they get more than just holding their paw, because when we go to cut their nails, we have to actually kind of move their toes, and I hold each toe at a time. So you see how I'm kind of holding one toe here, then I hold the next toe, and then the next toe, and the next toe. So we want to do this until our dog is comfortable with us handling every single one of their toes. You may find that one toe or one foot is a little more sensitive than the others, and that could be maybe a nail got cut shorter, maybe they have a little bit of pain in that foot. So just go slower, be patient and understanding with your dog. If they're telling you that something is making them uncomfortable or scared, then just respect that. Move slower, give them more food and more chances to pause in between. So if my dog were scared, I might do something like this. Feed him a treat, reach down, touch the foot, let go, feed him a treat, and stop. Okay, that's a much different approach than if I had a dog that's like Olive, where I can just hold her foot and pry her feet apart and do all of that. Your puppy might not be there yet, so wait for your puppy to relax completely from one step to the next. So we show them the treat, touch the foot, let go of the foot, remove the treat. So make the food be the kind of icebreaker between you and weird experiences. It really does help your puppy relax because it distracts the brain a little bit. I always tell people to think about, especially as we start getting into more advanced handling and more adolescent dog, we'll cover the next layer. But as you're working with your dog, I find the concept of kind of distracting the brain to be really powerful. So if you think about counting backwards from 100, we start, if you do that right now, think about 100, 99, 98, 97, 96, 95, 94. When I do that, I am 100% focused on those numbers. I don't know if you saw, but I just realized I actually pulled my hand away and stopped feeding Olive. I was completely focused on those numbers. Those numbers consumed every part of my focus. There was nothing else that I was taking in. A clown could have probably paraded by, and if I was still really thinking about the numbers, I wouldn't have even noticed something like that. So when we're working with our puppies, remember that there'll be times where their brain is distracted, and it may be that it's something simple. Maybe a cat just walked out of the bushes and we're just gonna wait for the cat to move. It's a great time. Just stop, sit, and have your puppy relax. So as you're working with your puppy, getting them ready for puppy handling, finding the opportunity to get them to relax over and over through this handling is incredibly important. But also knowing your puppy, knowing yourself, and the limits between the two of you that will make this successful. If at any time you feel like this is not a safe practice for you and your dog, I highly recommend you stop immediately, consult a behaviorist, and get some individual professional help. This should not be a dangerous experience for you and your puppy. This should be a fun, bonding, peaceful and calming time, very similar to going to the spa. So the first thing we do is get them used to being touched all over their body. This may take a day for your puppy, and it may take a couple weeks. It really depends on where your puppy came from and what kind of handling they got as an early baby. From there, I like to see my puppies, so we'll have also been working with down and getting our puppies to relax and lay down. So I would cue her in my lap to lay down. As you can see, she just did here. So when she's laying in my lap, she's pretty relaxed. I'm gonna help her. I'm gonna straighten my legs out. Good girl. So she's just here, and I can use the treat to kind of manipulate her body. And she can lay here across my legs. She's small enough to be able to do so. If you have a big dog, you could have him lay next to you and his head up into your legs. So my puppy's right here in my lap. She's very relaxed. I'm feeding her a treat. She's just licking it. It's kind of like a little puppy popsicle. It's just a pill pocket, and I smash it really tight and then hold it so she's not able to bite it. She just can only lick it. So she really only has like a tiny bit exposed. So she's here just relaxed, enjoying the puppy handling. I'm touching her all over her body, getting her comfortable with this, and helping her understand that just being here with me and relaxing is going to be a really good experience. If you have a long-haired dog that requires a lot of brushing, now's the time I would recommend doing a little counter conditioning for that. Once your puppy is 100% relaxed laying on their side, whether on your lap or on the ground, then we'll have the opportunity to start practicing the counter conditioning behaviors. So I talked about touching the ears and the mouth and around the eyes. If you have dogs that require any special grooming, you want to make sure you especially handle those spots that will require grooming. So long-haired dogs, I'll gently grab the skin and roll it like this and kind of give a slight tug. I'm not causing any pain to my dog, but I'm definitely applying more pressure so that they can get used to that feeling. I'm feeding a treat the whole time, and I'm noticing if my dog is feeling like she needs a break or is done with that experience. If she pulls away or stops eating, then I know that she's ready to be done having me pull on her. So either that or she's just done with the training, one way or the other. So this is also how I will prepare the dogs for nail trimming. Nail trimming can happen, again, either in your lap like this, or I'll move her down to the ground. If we have a bigger dog, they can lay on the ground on their side just like this, and we can cut their toenails while they're relaxing. So we've reinforced relax to the point that I can do body handling with my puppy while she lays on her side. I'm using treats right now to help reinforce until I get to the point where she fully understands this behavior and I don't have to worry about her getting panicked or worried about it. And I'd bet my paycheck that she'll just stay relaxed, then I can start putting the treat away. And then I'll put the treat away, just kind of set it off to the side. We'll do some work. She does some great relaxing and I'll say, good girl. She can have another lick and then I take it away. And we do some more work. I handle her feet, mouth, and her ears. She wants to lick me. And say, good. And she gets a treat. So if you notice, she's laying on her side. She's not laying on with her belly up. And I do that on purpose because when they lay with their belly up, it tends to turn into more of like a game. And they're like being cute and playful and they're kicking at you and maybe chewing at you and having fun. This is a job right here. This job is relax and lay on your side. So we're not scratching her belly. We're doing these long pressured strokes, good girl, and helping her relax so that she understands that this is what we want from her, not playing. So make sure if your puppy is rolling over, you just gently roll them away off of their back. I also make sure my dog's legs are pointing away from me and their back is up against my legs so that they don't kick off of me. If they kick off of me, then it makes it easier for them to get up, and we want them to just stay in this position. So when they're in this position, this is how I start cutting their nails, and well, for the rest of their lives, we'll cut their nails. So I have a dog that's laying here, good girl, good girl. She'll lay here nice and quiet, good girl. And I can go and use my scissors and gently cut the tips of her nails while she's laying on her side. And it makes life so easy. Can you imagine having a dog that you can cut their nails while they lay on their side, relaxed and happy? I got to this point by relaxing her first. Don't forget that part. You can't go straight to just cutting their nails while they're laying on their side. There are some dogs that are incredibly phobic about this process of getting their nails cut. So if your dog is phobic, there are some that even get to the point where they require medication to be able to get their nails done. So if you're having extreme outbursts from your dog, then you need to consult a professional behaviorist and get some help with that, because that's not a normal response. Your puppy might be a little squirmy, might try to get up a few times, but if you keep relaxing and they keep relaxing, then you'll get the same response like Olive, and you'll be able to do all of their grooming and get them positive experiences. So another way that works really well for the grooming is to have your puppy sit with their back to you, and this is how I typically will brush their teeth. So I also, if you notice, I kind of manipulated her into that sit. I was very gentle. I don't want to push on her hips at all, but I didn't ask her for the sit. I kind of held my hand on her chest and kind of touched her butt so that she would sit down. I'm not smashing her into that position, but I am kind of telling her with my hands to go into that position. The reason I like to do this during puppy handling is because most of the time when you go to the vet, this is how the vet will sit your dog down. And if your dog is not comfortable with that, it gets incredibly stressful for the dog to feel that physical restraint. So I like to have a flat collar on my puppy, especially if they're kind of like wiggly or trying to chew on my hand while we do this. Some dogs think it's like the best game ever to try to like chew on my hand while it's attached to their chest. So if that's the case, then holding the side of my dog's face with my thumb in the collar will keep me from getting chewed on. So if I hold my puppy's head just like this, then I can do puppy handling in the seated position. So maybe your puppy's not quite ready for the laying down, but you can practice like this. When I move to the other side, I switch hands. So continue to have fun with your puppy. Make puppy handling part of your daily exercise with your dog. Keep it very calm and peaceful. Choose the right time of day to do this. Don't do it when your puppy is running zoomies through the house. You want to do it when your puppy is relaxed. So continue to have fun. Enjoy your puppy handling. And we'll see you next time on Learning with Dogs.